Swallowed Star 514 Huge Pie. Chapter 514 Huge Pit. That ghostly silhouette suddenly decided to flee without any hesitation, as the assassination failed. Trying to flee, Luo Feng's gaze was cold, becoming a blur as he swiftly chased. After reaching Universe Level 9, his speed was simply too fast, crossing over 300 kilometers in a second. The two of them flashed for several hundred km about, eventually reaching above the canyon. His speed cannot be a match for mine, however he stepped through the entrance of the wind laws, hence his movement is peculiar. It's a pity that his comprehension is very low. Luo Feng's eyes flashed with killing intent. During the instant he flew past the canyon, his spirit energy connected with the universe space suddenly as he felt a ripple. Not good. Luo Feng's expression changed. Below the canyon, a 3m tall armored warrior wielding two huge axes rushed from below. His eyes were like copper as he roared, "Go and die! Rumble!" He swung his two huge axes. "Haha, who's afraid?" Luo Feng held his blood illusion blade, not even dodging. His gaze was cold and brutal, his entire being tilted downwards and swiftly rushed downwards. Simultaneously, he used the force of his descent and accumulated all his strength into his right arm, as the blade began to meld with the universe space and gold laws. The blade brought with it an absolute madness as it slashed downwards. The warrior below too waved his axe fiercely, slashing over. Chi! A needle-like spirit energy pierced into Luo Feng's consciousness, crashing into that extremely sturdy void pagoda, causing it to slightly tremble. Obviously the attack was very strong, affecting Luo Feng's consciousness. Rumble! The blade and the axes clashed. That brutal and wild warrior was naturally gifted with strength and power. And Luo Feng's blade was burial of the illusionary 7 blades. It too was very powerful. Although it was infused with 2 origin laws, it was a pity at the critical time his consciousness was affected. Chi! That warrior's body shook from the impact. His face flushed red as he spit out blood, losing control of the huge axe in his hand as it flew out. The axe became like a shooting star, flying straight into the mountain beside. With a rumble, countless rubble and stones fell. He couldn't help as his body fell down, and his right hand was torn apart. You wished to flee. Luo Feng wielded the blood shadow blades and madly descended chasing him. How can this be? As he was descending, he looked back with fear at the silver armored warrior chasing after him. He's also a universe level 9. In terms of speed, he's even faster than Shadow. And he even met my attack head-on. Under Demon Spirit attack, he actually even heavily injured me. Is he a human or ghost? Luo Feng flew downwards. His gaze was as sharp as knives, as he was staring at the built huge axe warrior and waiting for a chance to kill him. Shoo! 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 From below the canyon, large amounts of gold light suddenly shot out, brushing past the warrior and piercing towards Luo Feng. Spirit weapon? Luo Feng's thoughts moved. Immediately before him, 1,000 little knife blades appeared, and the black blur of countless blades could be seen. This was after Luo Feng had almost lost to Rock Wind Xiong. He specially asked Babata to build a simple sharp knife blade. Even though these blades weren't expensive or anything, and were just simple blades. However, Luo Feng, who had already glimpsed some of the essence of the universe space laws, even without any law engravings on the spirit weapons helping, could still use the space laws to move them. The engravings on the spirit weapons were only there to assist, allowing others to use it more easily to attack. However, a true skilled warrior didn't need those. With a thought, one would break through the space itself, and with another thought, one could even reverse time. Luo Feng couldn't do that. However, as he had already glimpsed the essence, even without the help, he could still use law-infused attacks. Naturally, doing it this way was more taxing and the power was weaker. Absolute domain. Luo Feng stared at the large amounts of golden light. The countless blades before him formed 11 black blade dragons. Every one of the black dragons were formed from large amounts of blades. Also, all of them were connected to the universe space. These 11 dragons were like 11 ropes, pulling the universe space, causing the space to pressure downwards. Pa, pa, pa. Pa, pa, pa. Countless golden lights slowed down, dispersed by the black dragons. The 11 black dragons, however, continued to rush downwards at the built warrior. Mercy, I'm from the Undying Shrine. A shocked voice resounded within Luo Feng's ears. Below the canyon, standing in the sky, a long blood-red-haired cool youth revealed a look of shock. How can it be? He actually knocked away my spirit weapons. My spirit weapon was personally built by the Undying Spirits. His speed is faster than Shadow. He could even block Demon's spirit attack, meeting that brutal punk head-on, and even knocking away my spirit weapons. Just who is he? The cool youth was completely shocked. However, in spite of that, he still communicated to Luo Feng for him to show mercy. We are from the Undying Shrine. Please let Wu Qi go. 2 other silhouettes flew from the above the canyon. One was the shadow that tried to assassinate him before, and the other was covered in a black uniform wearing a mask. You all tried to kill me for no apparent reason just now, and you still wish for me to let you off? Luo Feng used his spirit energy to control the 11 black blade dragons, immediately smashing into the built huge axe warrior, who was trying to defend in a last-ditch attempt. Exploding his body, fresh blood flew everywhere. Who?
The 11 black blade dragons immediately rushed downwards towards the blood-red long-haired cool youth. Shua! That cool youth was shocked as a round disc appeared below his feet, immediately becoming a beam of light and fleeing. As the two originally had quite a distance between them, and a spirit weapon control range had a limit, even though the 11 black blade dragons were extremely powerful, without the help of law engravings, it was taxing for Luo Feng to control them. Quickly flee! Shadow from below along with the black uniformed youth quickly rushed into a universe ship that appeared before them and swiftly escaped. Damn! Where did these people come from? Luo Feng was shocked from the situation, floating in mid-air in the canyon. One of them has a spirit weapon and a flying spirit disc. Even in the universe, they would be considered truly exceptional spirit weapons. And they actually carry a universe ship, obviously even better than the ship of the envoys before. At least its speed is much faster. With a wave, the 11 black blade dragons swiftly disappeared. So, Luo Feng swiftly descended, landing on the ground of the canyon. There lay the remains of the built warrior. Space item. Luo Feng found that warrior's space bracelet and took it. Doesn't seem right, these 4 universe level 9s were too strong. One of them was even extremely fast, even stepping through the entrance of the wind laws. Even among the universe, any universe level who steps through the law entrances would be considered an absolute genius. Just one spirit attack could actually shake my void pagoda. And that brute could take my slash head-on and not die. And the last controller, the strength of his spirit weapon wasn't weak at all. Peculiar. On Blood River Continent, this sort of place, where did so many geniuses pop out from? I'll leave here first and check it out slowly. Luo Feng didn't dare get careless. He immediately became a blur and flew swiftly towards the deeper regions of the ancient god ruins. Anyway, the ancient god ruins was vast and endless, he could start anywhere. In the cloud levels high above, 3 silhouettes gathered in mid-air. It was the shadow black uniformed man and the blood-red long-haired cool youth. However, these 3 weren't as arrogant as before, and all of them were extremely shocked. How can he be that strong? Shadow's voice was deeper, however it was clear she was a lady. We are all exceptional geniuses from the Undying Shrine in Blood River Continent. We've all come to the ancient god ruins to experience life and death training. Without combined forces against a similar universe level 9 youth, we actually couldn't do anything against him 4 against 1. The cool youth shook his head. Too vicious and too strong. He is absurdly strong. He has already stepped through the gold and space origin laws. Also, his spirit weapons obviously didn't have any law engravings and his power was still greater than mine. Strong. Very strong. The black uniformed youth with a mask said solemnly. My spirit attack didn't even affect him, he still managed to slash and heavily injure Wu Qi, who was unable to do anything. The 3 of them were completely dazed. They were all proud absolute geniuses, the exceptional geniuses of Blood River Continent. They had been heavily nurtured from the Undying Shrine. even higher than the special envoys. Proud geniuses or not, they too had to experience life and death trainings. There's always a sky above ours, we cannot be proud. There are still many geniuses that haven't been discovered here on Blood River continent. The one from today was very strong. We'll continue our training. The Undying Shrine's request for these geniuses was that they had to absorb 3 Blood River crystals before they could return. Otherwise they'll just have to die at the ancient god ruins. The 4 that fought against Luo Feng were the absolute geniuses of Blood River continent. As they didn't have the virtual universe network, in terms of information exchange and recruiting geniuses alone was very hard. Many absolute geniuses would be never found. By the time a true warrior is finally discovered by the strong, that would have been a waste of the best nurturing period already. Compared to those 4, Luo Feng was from the vast humanity of the universe. Through the mad search of the virtual universe network, competing time and again, selected through trillions of geniuses and proving himself through battles over and over. Finally reaching the universe top 10. And right now he was regarded as this batch's absolute genius next to Bolin. However, after studying in Primal Chaos City for 30 years, how could those 4 compare? Luo Feng didn't have an aim. Walking and training within the endless and vast ancient god ruins was his goal. There were many places with thick killing aura, there was no need to stay at one spot. Half a month later. Luo Feng stood above a 100,000 m tall mountain. Looking into the distance there was an extremely huge pit. What a huge pit! I had seen many huge pits before with diameters several hundred km, they were quite orderly. Why then is this pit was absurdly bigger, its diameter is close to 10,000 kilometers. I'll go take a look. Luo Feng originally wanted to walk and train so as to explore the ancient god ruins more. At this time however he couldn't help but curiously head to the huge pit.